am Doretha, and today we are playing with glue and paint. Yeah, we're going to have a good time this morning playing with glue and paint. I have several things that I want you to show you. And so let me make sure I got my volume set up correctly. See, got my volume up. And that's where my table is going to be. And I hope it don't flip. And we're going to get started. Okay, I got my glue and I got some paint. I'm working on my painty papers and my Twinkies today because those are the items for our next couple of swaps, and I want to be absolutely ready for them. So we're going to start by looking at, let me make sure I can see my chat. We're going to start by looking at the painty papers that I did. I'm going to move all of this out of the way because I don't want an avalanche. We'll just get it all off. Put it right here for now till I get ready for it. Now, looking at the painty papers that we did before in our previous video, this is what we came up with from our gel plate. This is a hot mess, but it is one that I made. Here's one that I'm not too mad at. Here's another one. I like that one. You know, I used the top tool, a cup, a little bathroom cup for that one. I like these. I gotta choose the ones I have to send off to my partner. That's a good start. Even though some of these have several pulls on them, they're still not ready to me. They still need something. And this was my roll-off on the last segment that we had. This is one of the tools that I use to make the marks, the lines. Good morning, everybody who's coming in the chat. Good morning. Let me go if I can see. Hey, Hudson. Growing with Hudson. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming by. Thank you. You have a good day at work. Good morning, Brenda. How are you doing today? Hello, Warm Strong. How are you today? I'm so glad that you all came out to see me. Good morning, Camilla. I feel so warm. Camilla, I enjoyed the conversation you and Miss B was having this morning. I'm sorry I had to run, but I had to come and do my 10 o'clock Wednesday. I'm doing pretty good, Brenda. It's good to see you all here. But I'm just showing some of my papers that I started last week, and I need to get them cut to a 5x7 size. These are some painting papers that I made, I designed, and no, I couldn't recreate them if I wanted to. But so I'm gonna choose some of these, cut them down today, and see what we can work with to try to get them to look even more creative. I hope I don't mess them up, but hey, it's all playing, it's all experimenting. And I did all of these papers on this gel plate right here. On this gel plate, a little 5x7. That's what we're gonna use. But first, even before I take that out, we're gonna pick the ones. We're gonna pick the ones that I wanna use. Good morning, Susanna. Hey, girl. How you doing? She says hi to everyone. Everybody's speaking. Not your mom. Hey, how are you? I know, right? I'm on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. I come on once a week. Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. And I'm trying to stretch out my, I'm right now I'm doing 1 hour. And so I'm just trying to hold it in the road, as the old people say. They hold it in the road. I'm trying to hold this Wednesday in the road. I'd be so glad when y'all come out though. I'm telling you, it's just joy. It just gives me joy. Now this is a roll off. The book that I use for roll offs. It sometimes, most times I use this book, and it's simply a watercolor. I'm trying to find the first page. It's a mixed media book. So it accepts wet and dry media. It's versatile, heavyweight paper, acid-free paper. So all I do is roll off to clean off my brayer, and it gives me these papers like this, because I may use some braille offs, because they look better than some of my prints. Look, that's a braille off. Every last one of them in here is braille. And they look much better than some of my prints, don't they? Look, isn't that cool? So, I don't know. We just have to pick. And I'm going to pick today to trim down. I'm just going to choose some out of here that maybe I could work with to make it look better. Oh, and this is regular notebook paper. And this is regular copy paper. Sometimes I use those, like people send insurance companies and advertisements and things like that. When they send them in the mail, I keep the paper and use them for, because they send some good paper. I keep the paper and use them. Let me catch my chat. Hey, it's Mama Lori. Hey, good morning. Lori, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. Foodie's Vacation. Hey, y'all. Carmela and Brenda. Foodie's speaking to everybody. I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to miss saying anybody's name. I appreciate you all so much for coming out. Hello, Keisha H. Hey. Well, what we're doing today, Keisha, I'm so glad you're here. What we're doing today, for those of you who just came in, I am, let me move this over here so I can see a little bit better. I'm getting ready to choose, and you all can help me choose because I have to send these to my swap partner. We make our painting papers. She said that the only stipulation that she had was that it, had to be a 5x7 paper or an 8x10. And I want mine, since my plate is 5x7, my gel plate, I want my papers to be cut down to a 5x7. So that's what I'm trying to do this morning. Cut my papers down first before we start playing. Thank you, Lori. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for stopping by. I think this is one that I could use. I don't know about that one. This one has potential. So I'll choose that one and that one. That I like the way I used both sides of the paper. So I got two choices there. This one, I like it because it looks like texture paste. Look like texture paste on there. Please hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you, Camilla. Please hit the like button for me. I'm on the struggle bus. Oh, yes, I am. This needs a lot of work. I'm not going to try that one. This one has potential. Maybe. I don't know about this one. I like these lines that I was trying to do. I was trying to work with the lines on this corrugated cardboard right here. That's what made those lines. Okay. Potential. We'll wait on that one and that one and that one because I don't have a lot of time because I got some other things that I'm working on. Hey, the butt files. are you? Thank you for coming by. Miss Vicky. I'm trying to see Miss Vicky. I saw somebody say, hey, Miss Vicky. I'm sorry if I missed you. Are you, is Miss Vicky Foodie? Yeah. Okay, I'm glad to know that. I'm glad to know that, Miss Vicky. Okay, so we're gonna move these others out the way and cut these down real quick to a 5x7, okay? Let's do that. I know I got a lot of stuff right here in your face this morning, but I have a couple of things, several things that I need to get done. Let's see if we want to choose anything from here. Let's see if we want to choose something from here. Hey, Belinda. How you doing? Welcome. Thank y'all so much. Let's see. I think I saw that with the blue on it. Yeah, this one. I want to try to see what this one's going to look like if I add some stuff to it. Okay, we're doing painty papers this morning. Okay, and we're going to do some twinchies. Okay, so now that I have these out, let me get my trimmer. My trusty little trimmer here. And I'm going to pull this out. Now, I'm not good with measuring. Even though I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you, Belinda. Now, even though I have a trimmer, I am still one of those, I don't know what you call it. When you see that it says 5 inches, but you want to say, no, that don't look like 5. I'm one of those people, y'all. So here we go. We're going to go and see if we can get 7 inches out of this. See, I'm looking and I'm like, that don't look like 7. But the ruler says 7 right there. So we're going to go with the ruler, okay? We're going to trust the process this morning. That's 7. And then we go this way to 5. Okay? It doesn't look like 5 to me. But there you go. Yeah, Keisha, I'm a guesstimator. That's the right word for me. So there's your 5x7 piece. So let me trim the rest of them down to that. And I know this is a tedious looking process. Boring. But it has to be done. So if this is part of my process, see how I'm trying to get it in a hurry? If this is part of my process when creating my art and doing my work and having fun, I want to share it with you. So this is part of it. This, the inking, all the things that don't look that fun, yes, this is part of it. So we're cutting papers this morning. Hey, Shanika, how you doing? I'm trying to cut some papers this morning okay, so what I did just now is I trimmed off that edge that was around. I'm not going to save this. This is trash. It goes over here in the garbage. But this piece, unfortunately, it has potential. It's a scrap. So we'll hold on to that for a minute. So we want to make sure that this piece is 5, and it is, by 7. Approximately. There you go. So we have this piece. It looks so much better even with just trimming it up, doesn't it? Okay. So on this one, we have a double-sided piece. And I have to trim it up first, because we can't present it to our partners with these old white edges around it like that. That's just not going to work. That's just not in the sauce. We have to make sure that we have it looking good for our partners. You're not going to send somebody a piece that's all beat up, or you're gonna put your best foot forward. And this morning, you all are witnessing old Butterroll putting her best foot forward. I'm putting my best foot forward, y'all, by trimming up these paper edges. Now you see there's a little bit of white left on there, but that's a 5x7 because it is the size of my plate. So that's another one. Look how much better they look once you trim them up. Doesn't that look nice? Keisha, that is good. Yep, not your mom, potential scrap. It's a potential scrap. That's right. He said it's a potential scrap. It sure is. Okay. And so you trying your hand at journaling or journal making? You saying journaling. Either one of those is very relaxing and very therapeutic. Journaling, relaxing, but tedious. Oh, why you say it's tedious? Because you have to actually sit there and think, or you have to actually sit there and look back over your life. What's the tedious part, Keisha? With this paper, Shanika, there's no theme. What we're doing is, we have swaps every, I don't know if you know or not, I don't know why I say that, but we have swaps every month in a couple of groups that I'm in. And one of my groups chose painty papers for us to do this month. And so if I was using these papers for myself, I could use them in a background collage. I can make a background out of them, or I could use them to make pockets or tags or even signatures in a journal. I can use it to make journal pages. I can use them to make journal covers. You can use these painty papers for anything. They would basically take the place of a lot of people. That's from what I've learned. Um, they a lot of people use. Uh, they buy scrapbook paper and printables. And I use those too sometimes. I have bought some from Etsy, and I do have scrapbook paper that I use sometimes. But most of the time, I like to use the papers that I made because they are original. You can't find them nowhere else. And it's a beautiful work of art to me. By me not being an artist, it's just a way that I can express myself using paint and paper and other mediums, markers and what you call those things? Just anything, just using stuff for mark making. It's just fun to me. It's so relaxing. Even the function of cutting this paper right here, to me, it's just a relaxing thing to do. I'm a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. It's a relaxing thing to do for me. This one is a little bit shorter than what I need, so I may not even use that one because she did say 5x7. I saw these in here. These are cute. These are cute. It's a start with these. Well, now, um, I'm just saying, I was just asking about, yeah, it is tedious. Now, see, you got me thinking. You got me saying it now. Now you got me saying it. Oh, well, I don't know how. I'm not paying attention, so I don't know where I am with this one. I don't know where I am with this one. I think I'm supposed to go this way and do 5. Let me see. I don't know, girl. Don't pay me no attention. Don't pay me no attention. Don't pay me no attention. Cause I don't know. I'm a new paper crafter. Journaling to me is a process. And you do have to be really kind of focused. Maybe, I don't know. I love it though. I love making the journals more than I love journaling, so maybe it is a quite tedious process. Because you do have to get out that pen. You have to think about what you're doing, what you're writing about, and yeah, I can see where you're going with that. Okay, put this at 7. My whole trimmer's not wanting to work right. And this one at 5. And cut. I think I went crooked somewhere. Put this at 7. You're actually supposed to hold down this thing to keep it from moving. Okay, so let's see how many I got. I don't know how many I need right now. Trimming the white edges is best always. Yes, it is. It is. It is. I have gotten behind on the chat because because it wasn't moving. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see. I gotta turn to the side. Let me go back so I can see. Hey, Lisa Bell. Hey, Dana Yates. How are you? Thank you for coming in, Lisa. Thank you, Dana. Great idea. Definitely unique and beautiful. Thank you. I create artwork. Yes. Hey, VOM. Welcome. Thank you for coming. You like to make the journals and then doodle in them. Yeah, now, Bridget likes to doodle too, and I like to doodle sometimes, especially when I make this painting paper like this on my when I make the paper on my gel plate and whatever shape it's on that plate, I like to doodle, doodle around with that too. I like to do that sometimes. Oh yeah, that's great, Keisha. What kind of themes have you? I think I'm gonna cut this way. For 5. I gotta keep my little pea brain focused. Let's see. What kind of themes do you like to write about? Is it nature themes? Anything in particular? This one runs a little short. I'm gonna put it over there in the scrap pile. Okay. Girl, if you get into making journals, you're going to have so much fun too. And then to be able to turn around and write in them, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the fun never stops. The fun never ends. Because I love making them even more than I like facing my own thoughts in them. When I journal, I'm totally honest, and I have to put down stuff I don't want to put down. I mean, I almost have to burn my journal after I finish writing in it. That's how brutally honest I am in mine. Keisha, you don't have to be that crafty. You just don't like doing crafty things. I understand. I always say if I could do it. She said she write everything and anything in her journal. I know that's right. I know that's right. You have to catch fire. You have to don't let nobody see the contents. I really need to make mine with a lock on it. One of those if you open it will explode type deals. I wonder if I could create that. Oh, my print, it's not cutting right for some reason. I guess something got hung in there. Okay, I'm almost through cutting these papers down. I just want them to be 5x7, and I don't know how many I'm gonna need, but I always need painty papers. See, now these that I'm cutting off here, I pretty much know that's 5x7 because that's the size of my, if a piece of paper like this, I could keep this and collage it down and make a masterboard or something out of it and use that in my journals to make pockets or tags or flips or whatever I want to make in my journal. I am pretty new to journal making because I started last year. I started last year when I met Beth Schuler. That is all crooked. And it's not even 7 inches. 7 inches, but it's crooked. When I met Beth Schuler and I saw her doing her paper crafts, and it was so relaxing. I was just having fun just sitting there watching her do it. And so from there, I started, practicing and doing things that she was doing on her channel. I had an arm injury last year. It's better now. I'm back crocheting, but not at the capacity that I was before. I can still crochet, but I have to just cut my time off and maybe do an hour a day and not crochet all day long like I used to because I developed tendonitis and a injured rotator cuff in the process of. The only thing I could see that I was doing with my arm was crocheting, and that was it. So anyway, I learned how to do paper crafts from Beth Schuler, and then I just started watching other people, learning how to do, make junk journals. And when I found junk journals, it was like, okay, that's my jam right there. That's what I want to do because I love to journal and I love to recycle things. I use packaging and boxes and stuff like that to create my journals. They're the base for my journals. Okay, so now this is what I have. Let me get this basket and put all of this in for later. I don't have time to fool with it right now. I don't have time to fool with it right now. And I'll separate the wheat from the tare when I go back to this basket. Okay, I'll separate the scrap from what's good. Scrap from the trash. Okay, so now this is what we have. Look at what we did. It didn't take us very long to do that. From those papers that we had, we have these now, all 5x7 sheets. And I don't know how many I'm going to need, but I'm going to work on these a little bit more. Not today, but I did want to go ahead and get them cut down. After my live, I'm going to go back and use my gel print and play around with these some more and see what I can create. Okay? Thank y'all for watching that. Now, next, I want to show you these paints. Let me see. Did anybody else come in? Did anybody else come in that I missed? Don't let me miss nobody. Thank you. Yep, yes. Knitting and crochet. Yes, I'm a crocheter. Yep. I'm working on some things now, but I can't do it at the speed that I used to. You know, I made a lot of dolls, and I had started to make blankets, and I mean, day in, day out, I was crocheting. That was me. So I'm still a crocheter, but I've added junk journaling to my repertoire. Now, I wanted to see this. My grandbaby gave me this. And I wanted to see how I could use them. I know I needed some watercolors, but I don't think these are watercolors. Because when I was playing with them the other day, they seem kind of chalky. Now, I'm not an artist, but, you know, from what I've been experiencing with my friends, with my crafty friends, I saw Dana come in here. Maybe Dana could help me. From what I've been experiencing with my crafty friends, this looked like chalk to me. And so, good morning, DOY. How are you? Welcome to the live. She said, good morning, Doretha, in chat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get a piece of paper, and we're going to experiment with this. We're going to play with this for a minute, because I don't know what it is. It came in a kit that she had. She's an artist, and she's in school for art. And I'm like, what is this? So I have a paintbrush here. And I was trying to paint with it the other night. And it just wasn't acting like, I thought it was watercolor. But it just wasn't acting like watercolor. I'm glad you're doing good this morning. But look at it. It's kind of chalky looking. Let me get a regular sheet of paper. This is some packaging paper right here. Let me get a piece of this book page or something like that. Okay, this is some paper that came in the mail. So let's see about this. I'm gonna put some more water on my brush. It just don't feel like a watercolor. What is it? It's pretty though. You see what it looks like when it dries? It looked like it left some chalky something on there. I wonder if I'm supposed to take them out and draw with them. Let me see. It won't even come out. Yes, it will. No, if it's that hard to come out, it's not supposed to come out. Okay, so I don't know what kind of paint this is, but I'm going to be using it, I guess, like it's a watercolor. I think that'll be pretty. Okay, so I'm going to use this paint this morning, and I'm going to use it on this scene that I started. Okay, I'm going to show you I'm gonna show you. Everybody speaking to DOY. Make sure you go over and speak to each other, please. I'm gonna show you a scene that I created in my glue book. Here's my glue book. Excuse me for reaching over you. I see Beth do these scenes all the time on her channel where she puts a background and then paints around it and blend it all in. I don't know about all the blending and everything, but I am going to paint around it this morning. And I'm going to use these colors. I didn't know what kind of, I still don't know what kind of paint this is. It doesn't seem like watercolor to me, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Olivia's not with us today, Belinda. Olivia's over there resting with Bridget. Bridget's taking her a good. She got up and she's taking her a good nap. So Olivia's over there resting with Bridget. Oh, my co-hosts. My two co-hosts are over there sleeping while I'm working. Okay, so I'm going to use this to paint this green because that's green. I guess it is a watercolor because it's thin. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what this is, y'all. This is one of my glue book pages. This is my glue book where I just glue things down that I find in magazines and stuff. This is another way that I relax without tearing up my limbs, without tearing myself limb from limb. So it's easy on my hands, it's easy on my eyes, it's easy on my creativity. It's easy. You just glue down whatever you find. And right here on this page, I put goals up there at the top. And I know you see that big old cow, and you probably wondering, why is that cow part of her goals? Because I'm a country girl. And one of my goals is to have all this land with all these horses running over it and cows. I got to find me a chicken or something to put on here. And yeah, that's just one of my goals in life, to be, I don't know, a ranch owner, a landowner for one, and maybe a homestead or a farm. At this age, I'd probably have to hire somebody. So I don't know if that's me, if this represents me out there or the hired hand. I'm not quite sure. Probably the hired hand. Because your girl is not able to do all the things that I used to do. You know, when I used to get up in the morning, I could just get on up out that bed and walk and switch on away. I can't do that now. I have to unfold my whole body. Unfold my arms, then unfold my legs, then unfold my neck and my back. There's an unfolding process for me to get up now. I don't know if anybody else has gotten on up in age and have experienced the unfolding process. But yeah, that's what I have. That's what I do. Okay, so this it still doesn't feel like a watercolor to me. It still feels very chalky. So I may be painting with some chalk here. I don't know. But I like it. I like the way it's going down. I do like it. Does anybody else have some crazy goals in life as an older person in life? And because as a young person, I never dreamed, I never even thought about, I would never even think about going back to a farm because, you know, we grew up in the country and cotton fields and bean fields and all that kind of stuff. And I never would, hey, when I graduated from high school, I was like, this is it for me. But now, as I'm older, um, yep, I'm still here. I'm still here now. By the grace of God, I'm still here. You got that right, Carmelo. You sure got that right. By the grace of God, I am still here. And I'm loving it. I'm 62 years old. And I was just thinking, I was like, Lord, at 62, how am I supposed to feel? I know I've worn this body for 62 years. It's not going to stay in tip top shape. But I try to keep it in better shape as I can, by trying to do a little bit better with myself. As far as eating is concerned, I don't like eating a bunch of junk foods and stuff like that anymore. So, yeah, I'm trying to hold on to my body. Y'all, this background right on this side, this is a baby wipe, because I use these baby wipes to wipe up ink and paint and stuff. And I saw Juju, Mama Juju crafting on the back 40. I saw her using a baby wipe, uh, suggesting to use it in your artwork. And I was like, let me glue that down so I won't forget about that. Let me just go ahead and glue that down and make a background out of it. So that's what I did. Now I'm going to switch over to a blue. And I'm going to put the blue up here with the rest of this. I'm going to use the same brush though. I'm going to use the same brush. Yep, that is a blessing from the Lord. It's a blessing from the Lord. And you all know, I said when I turned 60, I was going to just continue, stop dyeing my hair and just go white, go all white head. And when it started coming in at 60, I was like, I don't like that. Your goals change. I guess that's where I was leading to before. Your goals change. I'm going to paint on this baby wipe too. It's got ink all over it, but I'm going to paint over it. I'm going to paint over this part. Yes. You can create your own kind of art, and I learned that at a very old age. But anyway, I was talking about my hair. Yeah, I was going to go ahead and let that hair go white. No more Miss Clairol for me. I was just going to go all white. And when that stuff started coming in, y'all, ooh, when it started coming in, I was like, what is this? I can't do this. That's what I was telling myself. I can't do this. And it was coming in white in spots. It didn't come in, I was fantasizing, those ladies with the beautiful, they have all that pretty white hair and it's all white and just so clean and pretty looking. Ooh, wee. Let me make you some mountains back there behind you, cow. Mine started coming in patches. And I was like, I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate how my hair was coming in, y'all. So I went back to Miss Clairol for another year or so. Yeah, you can paint wherever you want. Yep. I can go back and paint over this cow I put on there, and I got him out of magazine. You can go back and paint over whatever you want. Yeah, and this is fun too to do in your Bibles and stuff. My Bible looked like I don't know. Beth showed her Bible one day online, and I'm like, people think you desecrating your Bible sometimes. If y'all see I'm gonna show y'all my Bible. I'm gonna show y'all my Bible too. Yep, you can paint on top of whatever you put down here. And first, I put a barrier on this paper. This is just regular notebook paper. And I put a gesso barrier down, and I showed y'all that gesso is where, I want the lighter color now. That gesso is It's like a barrier that you put down to prime your paper so that you can use different mediums on it. So I use the regular, hey PIA, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for coming. Yeah. You go back and whatever you put down in your journal, whether it be writing or pictures or whatever you want to put down, then you can go back and paint, use markers or whatever. But I like putting gesso down so that it won't warp my paper. You know, with this much water and glue and stuff, it still warps some, but it holds up. It holds up. Look how, this is just regular paper, but look how it's two sheets together, plus the stuff that I put on top of it, plus the paint. So you'll have a pretty sturdy book, you know. So if you have some gesso and you don't have a mixed media book, you can just use regular paper. And so that was good to find that out. I bought gesso last year and I still have it because you don't need but a little bit. You can also use it to black out black out lines and marks and things like that. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. I'm gonna put a little blue across the top here. I'm enjoying this so very much, y'all. And for y'all to be with me while I'm going through this process of learning junk journaling, it's just amazing. I thank y'all so much. You encourage me each week to come on and be the best me. I hate to miss on Wednesdays. What y'all think about how that's looking? I kind of went over the line and got on the border a little bit over here, but hey, go ahead and just paint the border. Go ahead and just paint the border. If I made a mistake and come over the edge of it, just go ahead and paint it. Okay? It's your stuff. It's yours. Do what you want to do with it. Okay, I like that. I'm liking that. So now I'm going to use just a little brown and go right here under this cowl to match the brown that's down there. I got a little water over there. I didn't know what kind of paint this was. That's what had me all bumfuzzled this morning. I'm like, what kind of paint is this? I still don't think it's watercolor. I really don't. Even though I'm using water on it. It's like some kind of chalk. Thank you, VOM. Thank you. PIA, I hope you're having a good day. Oh, yeah, you say you're great. Good, good, good. Well, what I'm doing now is just painting in my glue book around the edges of a spread that I made. And I used pieces from a magazine. I used a piece that I made over here out of this is some fabric. It's apple fabric. So I made a ribbon out of it, a lace or whatever you want to call it, fabric lace. I used some paper edges. I used the background, and then I painted in to blend the background with what I have painted. I learned that from my friend over there at Beth Shula, how to paint that background in now. Let me see if I can get this straight. Yes, yes. Follow your heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Carmela, you're leaving. Thank you for coming by. You have a blessed day too, okay? Okay, so we got that done. I'm going to put this up here so it can dry. I'm going to reach over you for a minute. Hold on. Scares me. Scares me. Okay, so there's my paint. Whatever it is, it worked out fine, and I'm going to continue to use it. My grandbaby gave me that paint. I thought it was watercolor, but I don't know what it is. I promise y'all, it looks like chalk. See how it rubs off? It's some kind of chalk, but I used it as some water paint. So it worked for me. And look how that looked when it dried up. Nice and rich. Come through, paint. I'm going to play with that after I finish with these Twinkies. And I'm going to let you all go after I do my Twinkies. Because that's another... I'm going to show you the ones that I've done already. A Twinkie is simply a 2x2 piece of art that it's like an ATC card that you trade with your friends. And I'm going to show you some that I've already created and start packaging it to go out to trade with my friends. This is one. These are 2. I put 2 in here. We're supposed to give each person 4. So this is 2 right here that I made. I used the master board and I cut it up into 2x2 pieces. And then, of course, I cut the corners of them and I inked around them. I found a focal point to go on them and a word. And so that's what these are. And all of them that I had cut a lot of frogs out. I have a frog die cut, and I cut the frogs out, and I cut the hearts out as well, and then I outlined them to bring them out. So I have to put my little initials on the back of it. Here's 2, and I need to make 2 more for this person, and I have the same style a frog and a heart in each one of these that I'm going to send out, but I put a different word on it. That one's decide to try. This one says learn. Most of them are just one words that I put on them. This one says explore. Oh, don't forget the little fly that's up there. I cut that out too, the frog and the fly. And this one says to nurture. So, you know, just little ones like that. I'm going to make some more today of a different style, but pretty much the same style because I'm going to use the same background. Okay, where's my people at? I done lost my folks. Y'all still here with me? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me see. I'm on somebody else's live over here. I guess my arm hit the... Y'all, I'm sorry. I vamped on you for a minute. My arm hit the screen on my phone. I was on somebody else's live. Hey, Jessica, how are you? Thank you, Belinda. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you. Thank you, Keisha. Okay, so now that I'm back on my live, I'm going to go ahead and do these. I'm going to cut these up in 2x2, and I'm not going to throw this away. I'm going to put it back here in the scrap bucket, and I'm going to save these because there is a art piece that's called inches, and you have 1 inch by 1 inch pieces, but we're not doing that. We're doing the 20s. So we'll put that back there in a little scrap basket. And so I have to cut these in 2x2. So I already cut them 2 inches one way, and now I'm going to cut them 2 inches going the opposite direction. And we're going to get this done. We're going to get it done today. Okay. Let me see if I can figure out how to work this cutter again. I know y'all said, well, today she just cutting paper. Yep, that's what she doing. Yep. Yup. That's what she doing. She cutting this paper because this is a part of the process. But what we have to do to create twinches is what I'm doing now. Twinches. Let's do one more. We're cutting 2 inches by 2 inches. And then we're going to decorate them. And I need to find a piece to go on there. And the way that I do it, I choose a focal point. I may do a little, that's just a little small collage. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to actually collage with some background paper. Okay, so there go my little squares. Got them ready. And so now I'm going to pull out my little drawer of everything. My little everything drawer. Put it right here. And so these are some hearts that I used the last time on the last bunch. And I used these frogs on the last bunch. Let me see if I can use, I also cut some dragonflies. Let me see if I could use some dragonfly. If I can, that would be wonderful. Okay, let's see if I could use the dragonfly. I think that dragonfly gonna be kind of big. I'd have to cut off the wings. What if I use half of the dragonfly? Some of them could have half of a dragonfly. I'm gonna do a couple like that, where I just cut the wings off. Okay, I'm gonna do 2. Okay, so there go the dry. Hey, Ivy Pearl. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the chat. I'm so glad you came in. You all, I've been on here an hour already. So, I'm just going to make a couple of these just to show how I did the process. And after that, let me see, is this, here's a lady. I see a person right here. Oh, she too big for the 20. Yeah, I'd have to cut her off too, because she's tall. Here's some little flowers. I can use those flowers. And let's use one of these little books. That's because I know they're small. And definitely there are flowers in there. Here's one that has mushrooms. Hey, I have some little mushrooms around here somewhere. Where are they? There go some keys I cut. Where are the mushrooms? Here's some little pieces somebody gave me. Came in Happy Mail. Here are some different kind of flowers that I cut. This would be perfect for those little tiny mushrooms. Maybe I'll put them all in that little, I don't know where they are. Well, we won't be using tiny mushrooms today because I can't find them. I can't find the tiny mushrooms. Okay, so this is how we would do this. You get out the way. You're in the way. Okay. So we would take one of these cards. Hi, Zoe. How are you? Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Zoe Pearl, I don't remember, your name doesn't sound familiar. Where we meet at, or did you just stumble up on me? I said Zoe Pearl. I meant Zoe. Zoe Stray. Did you just stumble up on me? If you did, that's even more awesome. I was just wondering if you met me through somebody else. Just being nosy. You're welcome. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put a... Let's see what we could get done here. To this little tiny piece. Okay, what if we put put a mushroom. Put a piece of paper. And maybe a flower. This is the part right here that is fun. My phone is ringing over here, y'all. It's not going to bother the live because my live is on my tablet. But, let's see. I made this package. I don't know how come I can't get in it. It's just a piece of tape, right? I'm the one taped it up there. Now I can't get in it. Okay, let's see. Would one of these do? That's cute. Really, in art, I'm finding that anything goes. And that's a cute little cluster to me. Now, it's cute to me. So this is what I'm going to put down. I like it. I wish I could see the chat right now. It's moving, but I don't know who's saying what. So for this, I would put a cluster down like this. I would put a piece down, make a cluster. I'm going to do this real quick, and I'm going to do the rest offline. I'm going to show you. Now, it would be good if I inked the edges of these pieces before I put them down, but, and I will do the others like that, but for the sake of trying to hurry up and I feel myself getting fidgety and nervous, I'm just going to go ahead and put it down like this. Oh, yes. I think that is cutesy cutesy. Then I would take the edge, a corner rounder. That's what it's called, a corner rounder. I would take the corner rounder and round the corners. Paper popping everywhere. And the only other thing that I need to put on here is a word. Excuse me. Excuse me for reaching over you. Okay, and let me see if there's a word in here I could use. Because these are stickers and words. Oh, these would be some cute stickers too to use. And as soon as I find a word, and that'll be my last thing. This says positive energy. Let's see if that'll go on. It'll go right there. I wish it was a little smaller though. I wish it was a little bit smaller. But I think that's what we're gonna go with right now. Because I have some other words over there that's been typewritten. But this says positive energy. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. Let me do something to it first. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to drop it. I dropped it. Oh, God. Oh. Okay. I want to put positive energy on there, but I don't want it to be big and boastful and covering up the... So what I'm going to do is trim it just a little bit. I'm going to trim around it. Yes, I am. Around this positive energy that we need, because I don't want it to be so big. So we're going to trim it a little bit like that. And then I'm going to separate the positive from the energy. positive. Separate it from the energy. You see how messy my desk is when I'm working? I have a pile of stuff over here. Now see, I like that separated better. It doesn't seem like it's just taking up a big blob out of my positive right there. And we're gonna put energy right there. I know it doesn't look like it's made a big difference, but it did. And now when I get my black ink and go around it, it made a big difference now. Simple and cute. Yep, thank you. I'm going to go around these words. Positive. And then I'm going to outline energy. And that's it. And that is it. And this is a Stabilo pen. I saw somebody using it somewhere and I got me one. Okay, and now all I have to do is just ink the edges. Not with the green. With this one, I just go around and do this so you can't see that little white where it's been cut. You just go around and give it a little color. I'm trying not to bend them, but the way I hold in my hand, that's what I'm getting, a bend. Okay, let me do it like this. Okay. Okay, so now, that's that. Positive energy. So how you like my Twitchy? Okay, so that's the end of my video. I'm going to sit here and continue to work, but I'm going to let you all go, and I thank you all so much for being here with me. I appreciate you staying. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you came over here at 10 o'clock on Wednesdays to spend a little time with old Butterroll, and I truly appreciate it. I truly, truly do. You all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time until we meet again. Bye-bye.